bad ambush area.
Lots of trees for them to move into on the opposite flank.
Yep, it's not very open. They can walk up the hill and get eyes down onto us. They were pretty well covered in terms of trees, so it's not the best escape route. Also, it's great for them, but not very good for us. What other points would you notice about this area?
We have some sort of high ground.
One at a time.
Go ahead, whoever that was. I'll just say we have some sort of high ground on the vehicles though, if we've moved up the hill.
Yep, so we've got a high ground down on them. We're shooting down. The guys in the GPMGs would be absolutely fucking ruined. If you're looking at the enemies that we actually face, any guy in the top of the Humvees or anything similar technicals, they'd be fucking ruined as well. So yeah, we've got the high ground down on them. What was the other point, guys?
I was about to say, depending on how high up you go, and you may lose visibility, but to maintain a exfil route for fallback in case we need to pull out quick.
Yep. Yeah. So in terms of actually getting out of here, you only really have one gully. It's there. As nice as it is, gullies are good, but you know they can see you all the way up. Okay, yeah. So the exfil route is a little bit messy, but ultimately it will get the job done. It will cover you, and you can fucking bug out while these guys are still scrambling. But the concept still applies. Another big bit is obviously this massive bend in the road. Obviously, I got you guys to go further up. Probably shouldn't have done. This massive bend in the road really ruins them, slows them down, and if you look at the map as a whole, it's a dead end as well. So actually, they have nowhere to go. They wouldn't be doing that. So yeah, this is the sort of area that you'd be looking at. If we move down, everyone come down here. This is when you're at the receiving end, and this is a little bit more scary. You guys come down in all your vehicles. What would happen? What is basically going to be the first thing that happens when they light you up?
RTR.
Confusion, isn't it? The first vehicle blows up, you don't know what's happening.
It's almost a trick question. Basically, the first bit will be a fucking shamble. Chances are you're dead. By an ambush, pretty impossible. Chances are you're dead. If not, most of your section will be. So whoever's straggling, whoever's alive, whatever vehicles manage to survive it, if they're in the kill zone, that's it. They're pretty much fucked. You'll be instructed to fucking drive. You'll put the fucking pedal to the metal, and you'll drive straight out of here. The guys at the back, what are they going to be doing? You got the rear cut off up here. Your kill zone, sort of in this area. What are these guys at the back going to do?
Blow up.
Well, yes, yep.
180.
Well, yeah, they're going to 180. Why are they not going to carry on driving?
Because they're going to go into
got to drive through
and
the kill zone.
drive straight
Exactly.
into the kill zone.
It would be pretty fucking stupid. And if someone drove me into the kill zone, I'd be fucking fuming, and that'll be a spicy debrief, and I'm CBA for that. So they'll stop as soon as they could, spin the fuck around, and back up. And as Bruce said, they'll reorg, get ready for a counter attack, and basically come sweeping through. Same for the boys at the front. If they can make it and they can get through, they're going to push all the way through about 100, 200 meters to wherever it's relatively safe. They're going to hop out and they're going to start pushing this area. What else would they be doing when they're pushing this area? What are they looking for?
They're looking for escape routes.
Yeah, so obviously you've got the mines at the back, you've got the enemies will probably be booking out there, but also, ultimately, anyone in this area is Maskaz, so you'll have a set of T1s, you'll have anyone who's a T2 and limping all the way up this hill, so you'll be looking for that and keeping eyes out for that. If you're in the kill zone, yeah, you're pretty much dead. If you're not and you survive it, if you're in the GPMG, you just keep putting rounds down. If you're not in the GPMG, then you get out, you pop as much smoke as you can, you cover your exit, and you fucking run. You have to communicate well within your sections. This is where, obviously, section trainings will make a massive thing. If you're in the GPMG, you stay as is until everyone is out of the vehicle, because you'll be the main bit of cover. Once everyone is out of the vehicle, you should be told, and you will get out of the vehicle, and you will run away from the smoke. You'll pop as much smoke as you can, doesn't matter what colour it is, you fucking throw everything. Literally, anything you have that you can throw, you just fucking lob it, whether it's frags, nades, flashbangs, fuck it, it will work. You lob it. As Walton says, you throw the fucking sink at them, and then you run. There's nothing much more you can do. You run until you get a bit of cover. It's really nice in here, as you can sit up in the trees. The rest of your unit, whoever's with you, will probably come back, pick you up, and you can continue on. But yeah, you Throw as much as you can. I can't stress that enough. Any questions?
Yeah, just on this area, looking at
Yep.
it, I'd say this is probably going to be a linear ambush, but up on that hilltop, you've got a nice area to put either your cut-off group looking all the way down.
Yep.
Would you go out that far, or would you try and keep a bit closer with your cut-off groups?
It depends. It hugely depends. If you're doing it as a section, you'd probably go from Skies if I get you to run up over there, southeast, and then Mellish if I get you to run over there. I'm making it right across everyone. Realistically, that's probably what you'd be looking at as a section, maybe a little bit
Yep.
further. That's where your cut-off groups would be, and then your kill group would be in the middle. Cheers, boys. Roger. And then when you're doing obviously platoon at a platoon level, you'd have one section here, probably one up at the next gully, and then as you said, one all the way down the end. It really depends the size of the convoy and who you've got on your side.
Yeah, just to add, like, if you got to remember, so like the bigger you spread out the ambush, the less firepower you're going to really have being able to direct in certain places.
Yep.
So like if you're like in a platoon, say, right, and you're spreading that, and you're trying to spread out to kind of cover this entire road from all the way up there to, like, say, down to these back buildings, that killer group, they're going to be spread out quite, not massively, but they're going to be more spread out. So the concentration of firepower is going to be a lot lower than it normally would. So that's just like a thing to remember. Just like the whole point of an ambush is that's they're going into your killing area, so you want to put 110% of everything down on them. Like you don't want to like mess about like wide spaces and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a balance, isn't it, with what the convoy is? Because if they're doing good drills and they've got 50, 100 meter spacing between vehicles, even if it's 3 vehicles, I mean, you know, that's going to try and cover a big distance.
Yeah, but yeah,
you
so
want to
like,
try and get them to close up.
with
then
80
you-
so like with 80 ambushes, you're not going to be firing rockets at them from like 50 meters away.
No.
So like you're going to be like 200, 300 meters away at your LOE of rifles. So SA-80A3 is 300, 400 meters. You're going to be like 200 meters away, so you can get those 80 off. So you're going to have like a wide view range anyway.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you ID what you want to make the kill zone if the convoy is stretched out too much, and you just prioritize inside the kill zone and then get the fuck out because there's going to be leftovers that can come back after you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any more questions? Any questions about ambushes being anti-ambush or giving out an ambush?
I guess from like Saturday being in the ambush on that one.
Yep.
So the first thing that happened was the first vehicle on the bridge blew up. Now the first thought was IED. We didn't think ambush straight away.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we had the chance to react to anything, the second vehicle took an RPG. So it all happened very quickly, obviously, and the confusion, as you'd say. Would you stop on the road even on a threat of an IED, or would you try and get off the road? Although it's hindsight, we know where it came from, but I guess at the time we didn't. So some confusion where the fire was going to come from, but we could have probably took a escape route off to the left. Would you
Yep,
try
so
and get off the road?
That's a great question because that leads perfectly into the next point. So obviously the next set of tonight is obviously doing convoy, and integrated with the convoy is IED drills, marking and avoiding, and obviously what to do when you get blown up. So when an IED goes off, what do you do?
Try and
Anyone?
stop.
Yeah, you fucking stop. Why do you stop?
Might be more. This is more IDs.
Just in case there's any more.
Exactly, just in case any more. So as you guys did, you received the first contact being an IED, so you guys stopped. You didn't know it was an ambush at the time, so you stopped and you did your correct drill. So what we'll do is we'll have a little chat about what to do in an IED. Now I've gone through this a few times in my section. I know some of you might not know it, might be new. So let's have a look. If we move up to the next one, over it. Cool. So you've got two vehicles here. You've got your Charlie Vic in the front, your Delta Vic in the rear. So you've got a section full of people. This is part of a convoy. We've got a 4 or 5 man convoy. Doesn't matter. When that front vehicle, that Charlie Vic, hits an ID, as you said, we stop. You call it on the radio. Vehicle of that is 4. Vehicle 4 IED, and the convoy will stop. This is, as you said, because there could be secondary devices we don't know. What happens after you stop? What are you going to do? You're going to hop out and start running around, valening, having a little look?
525.
5 and 20s.
What are you missing?
Wait 30 seconds.
Yep. Waiting 30 seconds. Why are we waiting 30 seconds?
We're waiting for the
Case it's an
ambush.
ambush.
There you go. So as you saw last week, Saturday, you guys saw it, and on Sunday we saw it as well. So it happened on both nights. We all got ambushed. First, it started off with an IED. That's a pretty common way for it all to start off. Normally, it fucks up the front vehicle. An IED, you stop. You wait 30 seconds because you're probably more covered inside that vehicle than you are out. You sit there and wait. Normally, the IC will tell you whether he wants the GPMG looking up or not. Normally, yes, you want to have eyes out, but obviously, you're now sitting ducks, so you're pretty much going to get dinged straight away. If you wait 30 seconds, your IC will tell you your next move. If you do not get contacted, then you'll start your 5s and 20s. So the rear vehicle, so the Delta Vic, geezer with the Valen will hop out and start doing a 5 round the vehicle. If the 5 is clear and you are not on a GPMG slot, you get out, or a driver slot. Why? Why are you getting out?
Full security.
Exactly. Delta Vic, you're going to be pulling a security. So if you're not on a gun or the driver, you get out and you pull a bit of security. The Valen then pushes out and does your 20 meters all the way out here. Starts checking it's all clear. What's going to happen to Charlie Vic?
Well, they're going to have casualties, aren't they? So
Yeah, might not necessarily, but the concept still applies. So it's an IED. Chances are it's a kill zone. Could be possible. Could be secondaries. Normally, if they partner the IED, they know where the IED is, so you could get mortared as well. Just other things to consider. So you want to get out of there as quickly as fucking possible. Also, because you're a sitting duck and no one likes that. So here's with the Valen in the Charlie vehicle would get out and he would search the rear of the vehicle, go round to the right hand side and check the driver's door. Why is he doing this?
So the driver can get out.
Yeah, so when you're in the Fox Sound, you are able to exit the rear door. The only person who's unable to exit via the rear door is the driver. You do not have that option. When you're in the commander's seat, you can scroll wheel, you can change seat, but I think when you're on the driver, you cannot. So the Valen will check the driver's door, and he'll start heading back towards the Charlie vehicle. He will do it quickly. You don't have to mark a route. Why don't you have to mark a route?
speed, in essence.
Yeah,
You're getting out of
speed.
there, you're not going to get back in.
It's pretty fucking obvious that you're going to be moving back to a safe vehicle, so no one needs to see the marked route. So you'll Valen it. If you identify something, you mark it with red, do your standard searches drills, and you go around it. You don't just sit there and start screaming, what do I do, what do I do? You make a beeline towards the vehicle. Once you get about halfway, you radio up to obviously your section. You'll say, I'm halfway, you can start moving. So the driver will get out. Actually, wrong. The IC will get out. IC is always second. 2IC is always second. You want to try and get them out there as soon as possible because unfortunately they're more important. So yeah, IC gets out and follows behind. When you get to the Delta Vic, what are you going to do?
All scary.
Yeah, easy answer. Really easy answer. You're going to pull security. Hopefully by then your 20s are done and you can start pushing out a little bit and getting ARD set up. You're going to do that anytime the IC gets halfway. He calls up for the next person. He'll come up halfway, blah, blah, blah. Who's going to be the last person to get out of the vehicle?
Gunner.
Yeah, gunners, because they can do a lot more firepower than an L85 who's walking. Such your basic IED drills. This is only if your vehicle is unable to drive. If you get hit by an IED and your wheel's on orange and you're able to carry on driving, you hold, you wait 30 seconds, and then if your convoy commander allows you, then you continue on. Sounds a bit playing with fire in terms of secondaries, but ultimately, what other options do you have? You've got a vehicle that can move, so you may as well move and get it out of there. So you wait 30 seconds and then you carry on. Any questions?
Yeah, just on that 30 seconds when you're waiting, I take it your gunners are looking for any potential ambushes, and anyone else is going to be looking for just like a visual 5 from the vehicle, looking around out the windows, making sure there's nothing visual of an ID around you.
Yeah,
So you're not
exactly.
just waiting, you're doing some activity.
Awesome. So if you're the driver or the commander in Delta Vic, you'd be looking over there, seeing if you can see any secondaries lying on the side of the road, because more often than not, there are some. Any other points or comments, questions, concerns? None? Norgard, any points? I know you've...
experienced it firsthand.
Yeah, he's had a few things.
No, not really. It's covered.
Awesome, sounds good. If you get ambushed, what do you think you're gonna do? The ID goes off, the ambush happens. What are you gonna do?
Shit myself.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Fucking shoot yourself, scream, and run. At that point, a secondary ID probably doesn't really matter, because if you're being shot at by a PKM, that's probably going to tear through your section more than possible and unknowing secondary is. So you basically do your standard ambush drills where you get the fuck out, pop smoke, throw everything, and run. Any questions about that? Awesome. So,
There
on.
is one thing I would add.
Yep.
If your front vehicle takes an RPG or an IED, and very quickly, fire starts coming in, and if your vehicle's still good, it's also an option to just keep driving.
Yep.
There is no requirement for you to stand there and fight. Obviously, if you're the only vehicle that manages to get out, hang around long enough to pick up the bodies afterwards.
Yeah, so that's probably when you get ambushed and your car gets blown up by an RPG, an IED, whatever it is. Your driver will know pretty soon if he can carry on driving or not. In your IC into IC will control it, so he'll say carry on driving. He'll say stop, stop, stop. Same for the IED, because you don't know at that point. Normally, it's a whole element of surprise. You don't know if it's an IED or an RPG. So the IC or 2IC will tell you what to do, or the commanding vehicle, the commander of the vehicle. But yeah, ultimately, just if you can drive, you get the fuck out of there. If you can't drive, then so I can run. Fucking break contact. Any other points or questions?
No, please.
Cool. Let's get some fun stuff.
Sorry, Cancel. I'm going to have to jump off if that's all right.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Norgard and Will and Norgard, who's your 2IC?
Squares.
Squires, if you come over it. The rest of you sort of mill around if you need a piss or whatever. Take a little 5-minute break.
Station is last week, turn left. Vic 1, confirm convoy speed.
Convoy speed is 40.
Roger.
Mostly because I'm not convinced that it can go faster than that. Where are they?
Oh, they're really far behind you.
Yeah.
They've only just come on the corner.
$19, $18.
Yeah.
20.
I'm guessing we're going to that roadblock, are we?
Yeah, we should be moving past it. I think we're turning right at the roadblock.
Yeah. they struggling to keep up, or they just keep giving that far back for goddamn DT?
It can't be the desync because they
Yeah.
got.
Is that ANA to the right?
Yeah, looks it. It's vehicle 1 coming up to checkpoint now. Oh, when I do the radio, it fucking stops me.
God.
Hello, please stop the vehicle.
Vehicle 2 holding. 3 holding.
Vehicle 2, we will need somebody to come interact with the ANA forces. Over.
Last week holding, out. Please confirm, week 1.
Excuse me, please stop the engine. I need to talk to you. Assalamu alaikum.
So,
Be advised, please, wherever you are heading. Are you going right side?
yes, we are.
Be careful. We have chatter that Taliban has set up a lot of IEDs. Be careful. We are trying our best to locate them, but be careful. There's a lot of explosives on the way.
Okay, thank you very much.
We do not know location, but be careful when you drive road.
Yes, we will.
Okay, very nice. You can pass.
Thank you. This is Vic 1 setting off, turning right.
Last week stepping out times now, out.
Smoke up ahead.
This Vic 1 smoke sighted up ahead.
Roger, what was the hold up?
Just letting us know that there's been IEDs sighted on this road and that we should be cautious.
Roger, keep an eye out, mark and avoid.
Looks like civvy cars.
Last week leaving checkpoint, out.
Possible IED on the left side of the road up ahead, just past the civvy car.
Where's that? Possible IED on the side of the road, moving on the right.
Monitor right in front of us.
IED sighted, IED sighted. Convoy moving left across the road.
Got civvy fixing his car.
Convoy
be advised with 1 times, possible dick on the right, motorbike, just keep an eye out.
Jesus. I was honestly expecting to explode then.
Yep.
Uh,
1-2 Bravo, this is 1-2 Echo, message, over. Hello, 1-2 Bravo, this is 1-2 Echo, message, over.
1-2 Echo, 1-2 Bravo, send message.
1-2 Bravo, be advised, wait 1. To Bravo, this 1-2 Echo, continuation from last. Be advised that we just had 1 ID designate to our rear, no casualties by the looks of it. Convoy proceeding on. Also, we have had a lot of people, civilians around us, keep eyes on us, and a lot of activity in general, just to let you know that we're being watched over.
Roger that, 1-2 Echo, just keep on following the route, keep your eyes out for IDs, and unless you have civilians with weapons aiming at you, do not engage them, so don't even engage in conversation. Out.
IED, Vic 4.
Convoy hold, convoy hold.
Last Vic holding. Last vehicle, keep up.
Five, are you able to carry on?
Vic, oh, as I was.
Got a military jeep southeast
This
up on
is
the
Vic
road.
5. We can carry on at top of, looks about 15 kph brake. We'll need to rotate out tires to proceed on normal, over.
That jeep I was called out blew up.
Roger, convoy form herringbone on road, Vic 5, replace that tire, mate. I think it was a Zeus boo-boo.
Yeah,
Remember spacing, lads?
because it just disappeared.
Vic 1, you were to block the herringbones, you stop anything coming up and down us as you put a block on the road. Yeah, nice herringbone. I didn't mean that to be as condescending as it sounded. It was genuine. I personally thought it sounded kind of sexual. What the fuck? 1-2 Bravo, 1-2 Echo, sit rep over. I'll send.
Bravo, this 1-2 Echo, sit rep as follows. Current grid 061198. My Delta vehicle got hit by an ID.
By the way,
Got a
Lee,
full mobility,
Yeah.
but we are
if you press
exchanging
N,
some tires.
does
to,
it change your,
keep up speed in the
Oh,
convoy.
Christ.
Currently, everyone
Yep.
is good. No
It does.
Roger that, 1-2 Echo. Do you get thermals?
I get night vision.
Oh, you just get night vision, no thermals.
Yeah, it's just an MVG.
Oh, that's sad.
Charlie,
Bloody gone
pick
blind.
5 up. Charlie, resume convoy.
Jet vehicle 1 to step off now. Up.
Look. Vehicle 1 prepping to step off. Stepping off now.
Vehicle 2 stepping off. Vehicle 3 stepping off.
Setting convoy speed at 30.
Truck up ahead, coming towards us.
What's that?
Truck up ahead.
We've got a truck coming up to us.
Roger, if CV, continue on.
Truck passing left.
Bravo, 1 to Echo, contact way out.
Where's that coming from?
Behind us, west. I can't really hear it.
Push through.
ID, strike rear. Big 5, good.
Oh! Yeah. Contact right.
Johnny, contact with top.
Contact right. Contact right.
Not seen. Was he in the building?
No, it was.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're in the wood line to the right.
Got him.
Charlie, speed up the convoy if you need to and get out.
Oh shit!
Oh, cry Majima.
Vic 1 disabled. Can you still shoot?
No, guns down.
Right. Okay. Right.
Front vehicle, speed the fuck up.
Heads up. Section, platoon, ambush, right side, right side.
Wait until they've all passed, and then we're going to get out and take cover on the left-hand side of the vehicle, okay?
Yep. That's close.
Yeah.
Charlie 1, reorg, south of the ambush point. Echo already pushing along the left-hand side, coming from the rear, exit point from the ambush, take Charlie up along the road. Over.
This is Vehicle 1 crew. We are still at the original ambush position. We are holding them back.
Close.
Echo Charlie, Mr. Over.
Yep. Mag.
Echo Charlie, message over.
Send you Echo.
Roger, can you push your guys up northwest, clearing the exit route for ambush point? I'll take my boys along the road to pick up the T1s. Over.
Is he not dead?
Wait one, we just took an RPG. Roger, last Charlie. I'm going to take my last remaining Foxhound, position it to support, and then I'm going to push up with my section
Taking
northwest.
fire from behind us in the buildings. Not too sure which one.
Roger, sounds good. 1-2 Echo, 1-2 Bravo, message over. Egg.
I need to quickly put a tourniquet on my arm. It's fractured.
Yeah, go for it.
One two Charlie, 1-2 Echo, message over.
Charlie, over.
Be advised, I am down to 5 guys in 1 vehicle. If you're in a better position to push, go ahead.
Ooh, that was close.
Roger, we should be pushing at the same time. Debus from vehicles and push up our current front towards.
He's down.
Roger that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get what I have and push up. We're gonna use these records. 1-2 echo.
This is Vic 1. We are currently in the grid of 068194. We have survived the initial ambush. Contact seems to be predominantly coming from the northwest of our current lockdown.
New Mac. Bloody hell.
Manford's raised the flag and is fucking coming to get him.
Nice.
Manford, you come to get us?
Roger, come close now.
Use the burning hulk of our vehicle as cover.
One smoke out. Get
Get
in.
in. Hey.
There you go.
Pull in.
Oh, we've just get hit. Right track's out.
Yeah, we got a small problem. So we got right track out. Can someone go out? No one has toolkit, do we?
Right, me and Lee will get out. We'll provide cover.
For fuck's sake.
We do not have it.
There seems like a flaw in whoever gave us these vehicles.
1-2 Charlie, 1-2 Bravo, message over.
Oh, thanks.
1-2 Charlie, over. 1-2 Charlie, send ship rep over.
Roger, section was engaged by ambush, recommitted to ambush site, currently with 2x T1 in 068193.
You might as well just sit in here turned out.
Ambush, over.
That's a very good point.
Roger that, 1-2 Charlie. If you require additional fire or air support, let me know, and once you are clear, I will dispatch medics to your location. Help.
I have 2 periscopes, McLaughlin. Hoorah! What, like? That guy ran up to us. I was rather confused by because he just ran up to us with a fucking shirt on. Yeah, that's maybe feedback to Zeus. That would be nice being able to see some of them. Oh.
Eason on me? Yeah, Roger. You're with me. Parmeter, Squires, you're buddied up. Eason is with me. We're gonna push up. Parmeter, Squires, cover.
Is your
Eason and I
vehicle
are pushing up to the next
available?
trees.
It needs repairs. It just needs a track fixing.
Right, well, are you
I know,
fixing
but
it or
we're
not?
repaired. We're back up running, Manford.
I will wink wink fix it.
Just
Right, as soon as you're done, can you hop out? You got T1s on you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Manford, do you want to just hold the vehicle for a moment?
Oh, yeah, sure. Connect. Open. Work monitor. There we go.
It should. Is it still damaged?
No, it should be fine.
Alpha, Charlie, message over.
Okay, we need to go pick up casualties.
Where are casualties?
Dunno.
Must be send over. Bush, can we get spree med to our location in 068193, ideally 100 meters southeast, over. Roger.
Where are they?
This way, southeast.
Yep.
And then get your vehicle to me on
Let's go and pick up casualties, yes?
Yeah, we can pick up casualties southwest where you see the two guys standing next to each other.
Go for the rear.
Yeah, climb in his.
Are we
in
jumping
his
in, yeah? Yeah, you're jumping in the rear. That's just ground pounders. Three in. The fourth coming in?
Yeah, that could be me. Was the wrong. Echo
You
Charlie
in?
must travel.
Yeah, 4 done.
Missing booth.
It's doing that thing again where I can't get in.
Going for the front. That wasn't incapacitated.
Right, there we go.
Echo Charlie must travel.
Okay, where are we going?
Send for Echo.
We got
Yeah, Roger, I'm gathering who I can and reorganising back southeast with
Where?
the rest of the Foxhounds. Over.
southeast.
Roger that. Current my call sign is pushing the compound in grid 067.
Wait, stop.
Cancels funny.
We're clearing it, and then two guys.
Just keep going, it's only down there.
Alright.
Keep going.
Charlie 1, this is 1-2 Bravo 3 med is
Yeah, Manfred,
currently
keep going
in
forwards.
grid 191067. We'll be ETA in your location in about 30 seconds. 1 times medic out.
That's the wrong way. Manfred, forwards.
Okay,
Forwards, sir.
listen, I can barely hear you. I just heard we're missing cancel.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
heard like we go back and get them and just reverse and hope someone would say stop.
I was trying to say that, but you didn't hear me.
There we go, let's get them out. Let's see, where the unload capacity?
Okay, who's this? Well, there were some things that missed, but pretty good comms. There were no panic to the small explosions, small detonations. It was handled.
He's taking off a fat vape, bro.
It was vaping.
You
there
hope
were no
he's
panic.
vaping.
Because panic can really make a convoy go fuck itself. So that was really good. It was handled pretty well. We had good communications on what was going on in the front and rear. So that was pretty good. I think people were driving pretty slowly when we got shot at and when we had to GTFO. There was some hesitation, which there definitely shouldn't have been. It was a spread thin but fairly large kill group, which is why we, towards the rear, we decided just to follow through. Because we had some cunts in the shit shack shooting at us.
Yep.
So I think overall the drills were executed as if we'd just been taught them, which is, usually the case. It's just a matter of doing it again.
Sure.
Pretty good, yeah.
Awesome. And improvement points? I suppose I imagine that's the bad point, isn't it?
Yep.
Just speed up.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else?
Nope. Just keep trying it and make it more smooth.
Sure. Twice these squires?
Yeah, repetition is always the way forward. As far as getting things done, you got the crawl, walk, run. Good crawl with walk through. I had a kind of walking speed here with figuring out. Just keep working at it till be able to go full speed. The two, I guess, areas for improvement that I would probably say is one, when you got the contact call over the radio, is then elaborated to contact right. Information as it becomes available. But further to that, for vehicles further back in the convoy, any kind of elaborating detail for target area, so they, rather than just suppressing or scanning the right, if information is available, to let them know where to start immediately firing. It always kind of improves the situation. Like I said, if it's available, if we know. The second thing I would say, as we can see from the little blown up vehicle, is when you push through, make sure you get to a point where A, you do want to support, but B, your vehicles are clear of any kind of further fire, and you know, you don't want to take casualties in your sort of assembly area.
Yep. So we could have pushed further a little bit. Could have gone down over the hill, that sort of thing. Fair enough. Anything else, guys?
Oh no, that's it. And you know, hindsight 2020 and all that.
Yeah. Awesome. Will?
Yeah, I think everyone did pretty well. Just remember, if we do come under contact and we're pushing through the contact, just turn your speed limiter off. Fuck the speed limit at that point. Your main objective is to get out of that area.
Yep.
Other than that, no, it's pretty well. I would say lead Vic or convoy commander, make sure you're putting out the speed limit when we are in convoy as often and clearly as you can.
Yep, nice. And then Booth, any stuff from your lot?
So the main thing was that I was very glad to see that when Vic 1 was actually disabled, you guys pushed straight past. The only criticism I would say on that is that, sorry, let me just, the only criticism I would say on that is that when you see the vehicle in front of you, choose the side of the vehicle to pass on, and it lives going past it. Follow that route. I noticed that it was basically one vehicle goes left, one vehicle goes right. You're basically doubling the chances that you will hit a secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, so follow the wheels of the vehicle in front. Unless it's blown up, obviously. But yeah. Awesome. Anything else?
Other than that, not really. Obviously we were stuck back there in the midst of the ambush, but you guys cleared it, and that's the key point, is that I'm happier knowing that you guys cleared it and can come and rescue me than having you all getting fucked there with me. So yeah, that's definitely the main thing. If you push past, you can come save us.
Yep, sorry mate, I've got something in my
Yeah.
Awesome. So nothing from you. Schmidt, have you got anything?
Yeah, obviously, good work on every. Good work on both. I know you definitely did that good work on seeing the ID while in full convoy speed, assessing the threat, and then getting the convoy to stop. Obviously, when you see objectives or things like a construction site, something like that, when you've just received intel that there's IDs on the road, be sure to look out for massive things. So I built the construction site with a lot of like yellow things and everything to kind of appeal to the eye. So that's just going to be things you have to look out for. Keep your head on a swivel, because I know I caught I think it was one fire team of you very off guard by just taking someone in OPFOR, not even a civilian, just taking someone in full combat, in full Taliban gear, and running him up to, I think it was a Bulldog, and just suicide bombing the shit out of him.
He didn't have a suicide vest on. He was almost butt-ass naked.
No. He was. Oh well, it was a Taliban guy.
He didn't have a vest on. He just had his clothes on, a shirt, and just fucking suddenly exploded.
Yeah.
Put a bomb vest on him if you want to blow him up. Otherwise, put some actual clothing on that man. Because he just ran up to us, and I don't know what fucking food he ate, but it definitely was some spicy ass shit.
Well, it was a Taliban guy, and I'm pretty sure he had a vest on him. Still, if someone runs up to you and you're in the middle of a firefight, and if you see he's not blue force, so even if it is a civilian, don't let him run up very close and personal to you, because I'm pretty sure I took a Bulldog with me.
Tell them to fuck off. Like,
yeah.
They're in the middle of a firefight. You've got bigger things to deal with.
Oh yeah, well that might win.
Took the destroyed Bulldog with him, not the actual Bulldog.
Yeah. Schmidt, any more comments?
No, I think yeah, that's basically it. But good work, everyone.
Yeah. So from me, that was decent. That in terms of the convoy drills, as I said, obviously you marked and avoided. You took precaution where, even when it wasn't necessary, so you took precautions, which is always better. Obviously, when we stopped in Herringbone, that was nice. Could have maybe spaced out. Obviously, when you're Herringbone, you want to keep that spacing still. You don't want to keep it nice. You don't want to bring them nice and tight. I mean, imagine if one of these blow up and you're right behind it, the whole thing, it'll be a chain of convoy just blowing up. So keep your spacing when you're Herringbone. But that allowed us time to fix the vehicle with no issues noted. The guys on the ends block off the road to stop any vehicles come sitting in the middle of our convoy. So that was good work. Then obviously when we hit the IED, the actual IEDs, we tried pushing through. One note for you guys, obviously when that IED went off and you lost that wheel, you're supposed to stop. So when the IED goes, you stop. Because you don't know what else could be around. You might not know if it's an ambush, but that time was just an explosion, so you stop still, and then you reassess. In terms of the ambush drills, as you saw, it is deadly. A lot of people go T1. I know a lot of the T1s happened when we re-entered, and I imagine that's largely just because we got quite a few scarce people. But ambushes are deadly. You're not going to survive them, and if you do, as you guys did, you just throw fucking smokes and whatever you can at them and get the fuck out of there. And then that's when Platoon would sort of encourage and plan a counter attack, and it'll be a little bit more planned than it was. But at least we cleared the contacts, picked up whoever was T1, and then pulled out. So good work. Walton, I think you had something to say, did you?
Yeah, thank you for all attending tonight, guys. Thanks to the One York slot. Apologies for not being able to be here and take a more active role. I was busy with big picture stuff, as was the majority of the heads of sheds, hence why none of us were able to make it on tonight until now. But again, thanks for turning up. Thank you for participating, and I hope you've all learned from it. If you have any questions, feel free to have a chat with myself or Cancel, or obviously Booth as well. Where's Booth? He's there.
Anyone in your COC, really?
Without the script on. Doesn't even have to be your COC. If you've got a question from a training tonight, you can have a chat with obviously Cancel or myself or him because he taught it. But anything that he can't answer, feel free to send my way. Obviously, Booth is here as well, as is Will, as is Norgard. Anything that we can't answer, I'm sure the other man there with a boonie on can, because he's the man that should answer everything. Senior soldier and all that. Okay.